Hello, this is Mark Sabatella from Outside Shore Music, home of Mastering MuseScore. In this week's tip, I'm going to show you how to replace the instrument being used for one of the parts in your score. And what I have here is a score I created. I used the Wind Quartet template, which gives me flute, oboe, clarinet, and bassoon. And I'm noticing, I've written this bit of this chorale and a sort of SATB style instrumentation, and the oboe has a note that is not playable, right? This A here is colored in red. MuseScore does that to tell you, hey, an oboe can't play that note, right? It can play the B, but it can't play the A. So what am I going to do about it? Well, I want to replace that oboe with another instrument. Yeah, I could rewrite the piece. I don't want to do that. I just want to replace the instrument. And I'm thinking an English horn would be a nice choice. It's more of an alto range instrument anyhow, and it will have the same tone quality as oboe, more or less. So one thing that people sometimes do to change the sound that you get during playback, and don't do what I'm about to do, I'm going to go ahead and open the mixer here. And if you see the oboe part, you can click the drop-down menu. You can come over to Muse Sounds, Muse Woodwinds, and then go ahead and select English Horn. If you do that, it will in fact work, right? If I click this A, I now get the proper sound of an English horn playing that note. But it hasn't really done the right thing. This score has concert pitch turned off. Notice how the clarinet part has got more sharps in its key signature. That's because the clarinet's a transposing instrument. Well, so is the English horn. The English horn part is supposed to be transposed up a fifth. So that's not happening here, right? So that's because I only changed the sound. I didn't really tell MuseScore to change the instrument. That's what I want to do. That's what really tells MuseScore all the things it needs to do to get the notation right, as well as the playback. So to do this, what I'm going to do is here in the Instruments panel in the left sidebar, right? If you've got the Properties or Palettes open currently, just switch to the Instruments tab, and then you'll see the listing for the oboe instrument. Then I can click the gear icon there for settings and replace instrument. Now when I do that, I get a list of all the instruments I can choose, and I look at the woodwinds list, and English horn's not on the list, but not to worry. English horn's not quite common enough to make the list of common instruments. It's sort of probably just barely below the cut because it's not that uncommon of an instrument either. So I'm just going to search for it because MuseScore has it. It's just not listed as a common instrument. So if I type the first few letters of English horn into the search box, I'll see English horn is available. So I can select it and hit OK. And now you'll notice the staff name has changed to English horn. I now have two sharps in my key signature, and that A has been transposed up a fifth to E. So it is now the correct notation as well. Now, I should also mention that I don't want to write with all the pitches transposed. I would want to click the concert pitch button in the toolbar at the bottom so that when I'm working on the score, I see everything untransposed. But when I'm done and when I generate the parts, we're going to want everything transposed. And that is what, among other things, like changing the instrument name and recognizing that that note is not, in fact, out of range anymore. Those are all the sorts of things that you get by actually replacing the instrument.